your mommy? Guess who's home?
So, Desmond is in the 36 to 40 percentile right here. But if you note, it's not far leap to here. And if he went to 70%, we'd really be in trouble. So, Mom and I, as Desmond would say, my mom and I both have a weight problem, so we've been working on our charts together. You know those charts for humans and body mass. Well, so this is the kitty body mass chart.
He's taking low-cal kitty food
Yes. Special low-cal kitty food.
to deal with his weight problem. He has low-cal wet kitty food and low-cal dry kitty food.
And SBS, the beneficiary of all of this.
Low-cal kitty food is 3 times
The cost. Just in case anyone else out there has an overweight cat, prepare to pay. Big. The story that best summarizes the worst, well, there may have been more than one worst mishap in this family with cats, but I think the Rhode Island incident really is the capper, so I'm gonna let my husband tell this story.
Scout, one of the reasons that Scout was the greatest kitty that ever lived was because from an early age, Scout was driven everywhere. So he was very used to riding. In fact, we took him to South Carolina one time.
From New York.
And we had to stay in a motel, which he was unfamiliar with. So at 3 o'clock in the morning, Ann simply put him in the car and drove around this little dump in South Carolina to keep him happy. But anyway, Scout was a very, very good car rider. And Mittens, on the other hand, would have a queasy stomach, so much so that the rest stop on Interstate, was it 695, going up from Westchester County up to Brewster, has a little rest stop. We always called that the Mittens Memorial Rest Stop, because it was there
That she would puke.
under 30 minutes from driving from Bronxville, that she would puke every single time at the exact same spot. And but it would never puke on the way home. But anyway, that puking was something we could live with, and so we thought that our new kittens could be taught to ride in the car. So the first long distance ride we took with them, it turned out that particularly Nat was very averse to riding in cars, and he would shit and then puke and then shit again and then pee and scream all the while he was doing this. So we foolishly would endure this for 4 hours, 4.5 hours at a time, taking them back and forth to Bronxville. And one time he was in the middle of one of his scream, shit, poop, puke fests, and we stopped for gas, and Mittens, who was putting up with all of this, just said, "I can't take it anymore." So she had somehow eased out of her cage, and when we opened the door, she bolted, ran to the edge of the highway. I must say, it was a busy 4-lane highway, and she did stop and look both ways, and then ran across the road. This was about 10 o'clock at night, and so I ran across the road into these people's yards, chasing her, and finally caught up with her in the backyard, but I was so afraid
I was in the front yard.
we were rousting around in these people's yards. I was so afraid one of them was going to come out with a shotgun and blow our heads off. But we did get
we did capture Mittens.
and Nathaniel ran away not too long afterwards.
Yeah, we've had a bad run of kitties running away. So Clementine.
Well, we only had one kitty run.
Well, Clementine might have been on the verge of it if we hadn't demanded that she become an indoor kitty, which we did. And she doesn't like it, but she's gotten used to it. So.
Molly's. Little kitty mishap. Molly, are you all right? Poor thing. Come here, Molly.
Molly, what the fuck? What did you do?
She got tangled up in the cords.
Where's Desmond Tutu? We go get your brother Desmond.
And we,
Let's bring him downstairs.
if you had seen our apartment in Bronxville, where we never taught Scout to do this, you would appreciate this, since he destroyed
All of our furniture.
which is why you see none of our Bronxville furniture here in Edgartown, because it was so destroyed, we threw it all away.
In fact, we really gave up. We didn't even bother to. We just let it become shredded.
Psychiatric treatment? No.
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 No, we prefer to leave that to others.
Yeah, we like to channel our love and affection for cats. So it's our love is really not broad based. We're quite affectionate about cats. We think well of cats. We
share a lot of kitty videos.
When we just got back from Paris, and we spent some time in a little what are they called in France? What would that be called?
Oh, a little shop.
Whatever a bodega might be in France.
And we met.
And we met the owner, the owner of the shop, who in turn was the owner of Meow, who was a very handsome and self-assured kitty, and
well, you would be too if you had 50,000 Facebook followers.
He told us that we could follow Meow on Instagram, which we haven't gotten around to doing yet. But no, we haven't gotten that far yet. We've threatened to give Clementine a Facebook page, but
Clementine really is the star. She's the diva.
She's
the one, kitty. Who gets the hair and makeup. She's the one who thinks she's got, a future.
She's not without her problems. She has severe ADD. She can't really do anything for more than a minute or two.
Except, of course, be in front of the camera.
Well, even that, she's not so great about.
And
Is a slut?
Well, she drives in neutral.
Yeah, so, I mean, people should know that, yeah, they may have seen her around town, but
yeah, she's not doing anything.
she's not doing anything.
Driving in neutral? She's neutered. We made it up.
Actually, it was Stephen's brother, Uncle Jimmy, who coined that phrase.
that's a great.
She's a killer. Clementine is a killer. Her favorite sport is decapitating baby bunnies. And she'll eat the head and leave the body. And she really enjoys that. But mice, birds, pretty much anything that walks. So the neighborhood bunny population has increased dramatically since Clementine became an indoor cat.
And when
She leaves the entrails on the porch for us.
We have to pick them up.
I mean, she basically, the way a butcher, divides up a chicken. Well, she does that with the bunny, and then she brings it up on the porch and leaves all the little pieces there for us to pick up. Because she's extremely proud.
She is a very proud girl. Yikes. Here, right there.
For Terrence, I think more there's a temptation fairly near Terrence's nose. That's really what she's after.
Did you get it?
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah, I guess.
There's Molly. I think you might want to film Molly.
Yeah, hi. What
With
is
the-
going on?
with the tulips, hiding behind the tulips.
Molly.
Molly,
Toots.
hey dudes. Yeah, he'll come eventually.
Flavored temptation treat.
Chicken. The kittens are big fans of Temptations. We only give them a few infrequently because these little bad boys are 2 calories apiece, and so
Desmond has a weight problem.
so we particularly try to avoid giving Desmond these treats. So these are special treats.
Yeah.
Because every night she would dutifully jump on the couch at 6 o'clock so that she could watch her favorite newscaster.
Art Shrita Boston.
She really.
It was really quite extraordinary. She was
loves-
really, really devoted to Art Srinivasan. And I mean, she would be there at exactly the time he would come on the air. She'd be parked on the couch even before we arrived. So she was pretty disappointed. But the upside is that now we sit at the table and have dinner. So every night after dinner, she gets to lick the plate. Last night we had chili after. That didn't go over so well.
Anne took it away from her. She was more than happy to eat 3-alarm chili, but Anne was worried that
She would get indigestion.
she'd get indigestion, and we haven't bought any Kitty Baylocks yet. So, catnip. Catnip seems to solve a lot of problems, and other than that, it's just home remedies.
Well, we've had some times when we've had to give Clementine a pill. See, so when Clementine goes to the hairdresser, she has to be put under. She actually has a file, and it has a big red star on it.
She's well known among the veterinarians.
All vets say that the bets are off when Clementine arrives, so she has to go under. And when you try to, when anything goes wrong with her, and you have to give her a pill, that's quite. It's so bad. we can't do it, so we have to take her over to the
So we
vet.
pay $25 to have a.
Somebody give her a pill. Like, what the fuck? Come here, monkey. You gotta stay in character. Well, Jean-Baptiste is actually a doppelganger.
Doppelganger.
Doppelganger
Is Clementine's doppelganger.
Is Clementine's doppelganger. We met Jean-Baptiste in a toy store in Paris. He was sitting in the window,
And we stopped dead.
dead in our tracks. We were like, that is Clementine's fur. He is where, yes, hi, I'm Jean-Baptiste. But then, this is the more interesting part. So we bought we bought Jean-Baptiste, and we won't tell you how much we paid for him because you might wet your pants. However, he's probably the most expensive bear on the planet. But so the next day we were in Montmartre, and we discovered.
No, you said, what are we going to name him?
What are we going to name him?
So since he was Clementine's doppelganger, we named him Clement.
After Stephen's family name.
And Clementine, so Clement and Clementine. And there he was, Clement, our new animal, our new Clementine doppelganger. And then we went to Montmartre, and we were walking around, and there was a plaque to this man, Jean-Baptiste Clement. And he was a leader of the 1871 Paris Commune. And he was an anarchist. He wasn't a communist.
He was an anarchist, right?
And
we have a picture of him if you want.
He was a noted singer and poet and musician and quite the figure in the Montmartre. But most importantly, he was an anarchist and was a leader of the 1871 Commune, which we can tell you about in great detail if you're interested. That's that. So that's how he came.
So that's how he came to be Jean-Baptiste.
Jean-Baptiste Clement.
We've got more stuffed animals upstairs if you ever want to meet them.
There's Ted.
There's Ted.
He was my teddy bear as a child. And if you go interview him, he will be quick to tell you that he spent 50 fucking years in a box.
He's angry about that.
He's angry. He is angry.
And by the time he got out of the box,
he lost
all his stuffing.
But
his hair looked terrible.
So he's 70 years old or thereatouts, but he's angry. 50 fucking years in a box.
But he's happy that
in an attic, in an uninsulated attic in Florence, South Carolina. Do you know how fucking hot it gets? You'd be pissed too.
Yeah, he has sort of a permanent scowl on his face.
Well, 50 fucking years. Ted's upstairs.
Ted's upstairs.
We rescued him. We found him. We found him in the box.
He's hanging
When
out
my
with
mother died.
with Ben Bunny.
Yeah, Ben Bunny's up there. Ben Bunny's actually
So we don't
quite
just
famous.
name our cats unusual things. We name all of our animals, whether they are inanimate or human or living objects.
I mean, if we believed in reincarnation. Well, you know, I mean, it's a hit or miss deal. If I knew I could become my cat, I'd be pretty excited about that. That'd be a fat life, you know. But not all.
Yeah, I mean,
Not all cats have the lives that our cats do.
Yeah.
I mean, our cats have got the fattest lives in the world.
I mean, if I was going to be the neighborhood cat, who we called the interloper.
Because he comes up and he tries to, because he knows that, you know, this is pretty good living in here. He tries to get in, and Clementine is just ferocious in driving him away. They stand at the
window and hiss at each other.
Hiss at each other with nothing but the glass between
You'd
them.
think somebody had actually died listening to the two of them communicate with one
And the
another.
interloper seems sad. So, you know, I'd want to pick my parents if I were going to come back as a cat.
I, on the other hand, would rather just be greeted at the pearly gates with all cats that are in heaven. I'm figuring that's a pretty good crew. With Scout, of course, leading the way. No, because preparing for Susan's arrival, Clementine is having her hair done. And since her coiffeur didn't
Maybe
show
we
up,
show this part of it.
she's having to make do with the key grip.
I don't know
She's
why.
also listening to her favorite opera, Turandot.
Alright.
Preparing for Susan's arrival, Clementine is having her hair done.
No.
Since her coiffeur didn't show up, she's having to make do with the key grip. She's also listening to her favorite opera, Turandot. Oh well.
There. No, shit.
Did he just say Clementine? It sounded like it.
You know, I could download the video onto.
How was that? Is that pretty good? You're beautiful. You are so beautiful.
To this chart, he is in the 36 to 40% body fat percentile.
Then we
And
do run the risk
if
of
you look closely, he could go from here to here pretty quickly. Clementine.
Hi, Anne.
Hi, Sue.
Oh, excuse me. Bonjour, madame.
Ah, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Comment ça va?
Ça va? Muy bien. Clementine.
Clementine.
Oh.
Clementine's French friend is Minou.
Minou. And she's not a chateau, how do you say cat in French? Chien. No.
Shen, no.
Shen.
Shen is dog, and
Gâteau is chocolate cake.
cake.
Isn't it?
I know. I actually can't.
Chocolat.
What? I can't remember. Shot. Shot.
Shot.
Yeah.
C-H-A-T.
Le shot. Yes.
Le shot.
Le shot.
But she would be a la shot.
Yes, she would be la shot.
La shot.